Hello, and thank you for stopping by at All My Art and Soul. I'm Michelle Holden, and today, as you can see, I'm going to use these collage pieces to create a new Of Earth and Sky number 12 page. So I'm just showing you the tools I'm using. Some of these tools are for potters. That's a nice one because it's rubber and it slides across the canvas or the substrate really well. And that's a water-soluble graphite, a regular pencil, and these are the colors I'm using today. Bright orange, teal of golden, it's the thick paint, and an ochre of white. And before I began, I just set the intention that I wanted it less busy. I wanted something closer to the very first two of Earth and Sky pages that I created. So I just took a peek and then said, yes, okay. So now I'm just showing you the different, that's a piece of cardboard. As you can see, the paint is built up on it, and it's great for lines. It's a stamping tool. And these are the collage papers that I am going to demonstrate how to make those in the next upcoming videos. I thought I'd at least gather all the ones that I like. That one is just a newsprint with crayon, this pastel, and these more even ones are made on the Gelli printer. That is several colors rolled on the Gelli printer, and that is using another catalyst tool that makes streaks through the paint, and then you print your paper on there. The paper, I use a variety of newsprint and copy papers. So now I just didn't want to bore you with the taping up. I should have had that done earlier, but this is an 8x10. And I decided to start with the graphite. I really, and I think I need to explore more with that. And I don't know if by accident this is the water-soluble one or not, but it doesn't matter. I love how when you put a thinner layer of acrylic on it, it blurs everything out, and I'll probably roll past the brayer on that a couple of times. And then I chose to use a regular graphite pencil down below to make marks, but keep them different. And this is a yellow hue. I'll get the name. It's like an ochre. It's actually deeper. I really like it more. It's more intense. And I may or may not keep it, but I notice when I do pass the brayer across, it dries more quickly. And this is probably made with some leftovers, or I just put dots of different colors on the Gelli printer and then rolled it and then just pressed this piece of newsprint paper on top. But then you get the edge that you have to trim, but that's okay. Now I'm just cutting them in different sizes, and then I ended up using black and white. I was just feeling just very minimalist, black, white, yellow, and just a touch of turquoise. These overlapping circles are made by stamping different objects using black acrylic paint. And I love the openness of them, and of course pattern. I'm trying to make sure I put more pattern in my work and explore more with patterns of lines and shapes. Now I notice as well, it's interesting when you get to watch what you do in video. I always, the alignment, that cruciform, which I really love, armature, and I'm just trying to just stay away from that in this one. And I end up going back, but it really looks cool. So this is a it's a sort of an orange strip of newsprint paper that of course I made on my Gelli printer. And this is the teal golden, the thick. And I sort of just figuring out where I want to place it. I know the orange and the blue look great side by side as a dynamic opposite color. And there, I've made my decision. Again, don't want to think too much. And that's my handy glue stick. So I pass it across, and of course, that's how you get the edges really nice and clean. That just pops right off. Very easy. And looking at this now, you can see it building and really looking good together, which is the faded with the Titan buff below, with the lines underneath, and then you get the solid color. So there's a lot of differences building, which then makes the piece really attractive, or trying to be. Now, as you can see, I have that little square of clouds that I'm popping in and out and in and out. And I'm just placing it there to see what it looks like. And I don't want it there because that's what I usually do. That's my go-to. So I'm trying to avoid that. And then I'm just putting little pieces of collage paper around, seeing how they feel, and not committing at this point. So just tearing them up, leaving them down below, trying to find that perfect piece that fits down at the bottom. And what ends up looking really good down at the bottom is another neutral, but with white marks on it. That is just too overpowering. It's great. I trimmed it down, but it just still doesn't quite do it. So I'll just save that for another journal page. And I keep all of the torn, ready-to-use pieces in, you'll see it, it's out of view. It's above the pastels in a container, but it's still in reach where I can grab them. And you want to do this. You want to keep everything that you almost used, but didn't, right near where you're working. So you don't have to get up. You can just grab things and work quickly. So there I'm passing the brayer, and I'm still not happy with, I don't know if it wasn't white enough or it was too much ochre. And there I am searching for the perfect piece. And I do believe I find it. Not quite. That's a neutral piece, but it just doesn't go. It's just not. Those are created by rolling the brayer with different colors on top of each other. So layering, you can experiment with layering while you're creating collage papers. It's so awesome. I can't wait to do this in the next video. So I'm just searching, really liking how this piece is coming together. Sometimes the pages come together quickly. Oh, there it is. So it's a neutral. It's a little deeper, but I really love the white marks. And this is just a great big pad of scrap paper, scrapbooking paper that you buy, and you get a variety. I think it comes with a grid, black, white, but it's all on neutral paper, which is so great. I've got to use more of this. So then I'm not putting it in the middle. I'm going for more of an asymmetrical balance, and there it is. I don't realize it. Yep, that's the one. That's the one that needs to go up top. And then creating that subtle difference in color and value. So I'm using the ochre, and then I use the catalyst tool And then by accident, I realized I scraped them all off. So then I redid them. There I go with the sky again. Enough with the sky, yes. That little piece is, magazines are great because they're pretty glossy. And see, I'm just trying to find a piece that would go with the blue, the teal. Not bad, no, that would have worked, but I didn't end up using it. So I realized the teal needs to just be a little wider. It's too close to the same size as the orange strip above. There I go, I scraped off all my dots. Then I realized that, oh yeah, I can use the edge of this catalyst tool. And what better way to show difference with horizontal areas is a little bit of vertical line. And that helps push back those circles just a little bit, just adding whatever amount of layer. It's still another layer on top. And then I decide, oh yeah, I just noticed, like, oh, where'd those go? Then I realized, no, they need to be orange. And why is because it's the perfect complementary to that blue. Yeah, that's it. And they're not perfect, they're not the same, and that's why I like them. So those will dry they'll take a little while to dry because they're thick. Now, I think I'm just deciding on the top portion. There I go again. Too funny. Oh yes, so it needed some kind of white, not dark. So I thought, okay, let's do some more pattern. And these little tiny brushes are great for this teardrop kind of shape. So when you're shopping for brushes, keep that in mind too. So I'm just, okay. So I'm just rolling across just to mess them up or do something. All right. Yeah, so going dark wasn't working. So I threw in some white right away. And those are there, but they're just not so obvious. So they're underneath that layer. One more time with the sky. I finally put it away. And then I end up using, yes. So this is newsprint, just with beautiful piece of black. So that enhances the black and white. So I'm thinking black and white, let's have more. Not quite, it's too heavy on the top. No, and that's all you look at. You see, that's all you see. No, the sky isn't gonna work, Michelle. Put it away. So I finally decide, and I know that piece has been hanging around below there, and I decide to use that really nice neutral piece because when it's torn, the edges of it are a lighter blonde tone or value, and it looks really cool. No, that's not going to work. I'm still in black and white mode here. This is sort of cheating though because it's sort of like playing around with the timeline. There we go. So that now fits. So it's balancing the vertical lines that are on the left with its own vertical lines. And I love using images or pieces of magazine or even photographs, anything as an art element. So I narrowed it down, still doesn't work. But I do eventually find the right piece, and there it is. It took a while, but you know, that's how these things go. Yeah, and it needed the wider part on the top to come down. And then the good old crayon here, wax crayon. And I just love these vertical lines, putting them in. So that sort of enhances the cruciform feeling, and I really love this. So we're almost to the end here. So I decided to, yes, add some more vertical line just to bring that across for a more symmetrical feel. And thank you for stopping by. The reveal is almost coming up. If you like this content and if you are enjoying these videos, please don't forget to like. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe because, as I said before, I just want to do more of these. So we're done. So then I'll hopefully peel the tape away without any tearing. And I will title it, sign it in pencil. And it looks so good with that, just that framing of white around it. So I'm going to keep going until this particular book is filled up. And thank you for stopping by. And I'll see you in the next video.